guys, welcome. This is a general reading for the collective of all signs for the full moon in Virgo. Full moon will be at its peak at 7:40 a.m. on March 7th. That is Eastern time. So it'll be in the wee hours over on the West Coast and later in the day across the pond. So be sure to check your local listings for wherever you may be on the planet. We always have a full moon opposite the sun, right? They're kind of, Pisces is over here and sun is over here in Pisces. There's a lot more Pisces energy we're dealing with because the sun is there. Neptune's there, which is the ruler of Pisces. Mercury just moved there after having a little dust up with Saturn. And hours after this full moon peaks, Saturn moves into Pisces. So we'll have 4 planets in Pisces. Powerful energy. And Saturn kind of busts in to sort of create some structure from all the amorphousness of all the energy in Pisces. We can all get a little unmoored with all the energy in Pisces. So wherever Pisces is on your chart, find that little house or houses, if it's mine's split between, I think, the 8th and the 9th house. Because that's where you're likely to feel all this weird kind of free floating energy. And the Virgo full moon wants to create order out of that. And Capricorn comes in and wants to establish some boundaries and game, rules of the game. So I just wanted to let you know that the whole series, the first series for the month of March of the individual zodiac readings, are all based on Saturn moving into Pisces. So if you're curious about how that might impact you in your relationships, because that's what I read for, check out the individual zodiac readings. But for today, we're focusing more on the Virgo full moon. Pisces, Neptune's known as the Great Spirit, so Pisces represents spirit, soul, spirituality. Virgo invented the body. So this is that spirit-flesh continuum polarity, however you want to look at it. How do we embody our spirituality? How do we make it a part of every aspect of our daily living? 6th house is Virgo's territory, which is all about duty and daily tasks and the mundane and the things we got to kind of do to keep life moving forward. It is also about our health regimes and routines, if that makes sense. Body and mind and, mental health, emotional health, physical health. So this happens to be a healing full moon because Chiron is a co-ruler of Virgo. We know Mercury is, so Mercury's over there in Pisces saying, hey, here I am. And Chiron is in Aries right now, which is sort of being activated by the moon. So it's a healing full moon, which is really nice. And all full moons are designed for release, for things we need to let go. It's culminations. It's kind of a big exhale moment. And so this one in particular is being designed to release whatever inhibits your ability to access that spiritual energy as your source of healing. So for this full moon, if you were to only focus on releasing the wounds, that's Chiron's territory, of your human experience. You've heard me say it 1,000 times. We are souls having a human experience. So it's the human experience part that Virgo is talking about. If you only focus on releasing the wounds of your human experience that keep you from experiencing your divinity, which is Pisces realm, that would be enough. That would be enough. In a relationship, out of relationship, it doesn't matter. It's all about you and releasing those wounds that hold you back from tapping into your inner divinity. It's really important because Saturn in Pisces is going to ask us to be spiritually disciplined. And Saturn moving into Pisces just amplifies all of this, okay? Gives it more structure to the release mechanism. So that's really the most that I wanted to say. Obviously, Virgo full moon opposite Pisces, there could be some confusion, some things dissolving. That's Pisces realm before we close out the astrological year and move into a new astrological year in Aries season with the equinox on the 20th, I believe. So we've got a lot coming up, and this is a big focus on what no longer serves us. What do we need to kind of open our hand and gently release, right? Loosen the grip and let things go that aren't meant to stay. Even if it hurts a little bit, Chiron's here to help us heal. Okay, so with that said, let's jump in and get some energy from Moonology. Where we've been, where we are, beautiful, where we're headed. This is nice. So where we've been, don't let pride get in the way. We've had to kind of really let go. And this is Leo, full moon and Leo energy. Where we are right now, have faith in your dreams. Perfect for the Pisces energy, the sun in Pisces. Have faith in your dreams. And then going forward, the answers you need are coming. The answers that you need are coming. So I'm kind of touched by the fact that we've got the pride that we're pushing out of the way, the things that we're releasing in this full moon, the attention to our spiritual needs as part of our health, the faith we need to have in our dreams to carry us forward into a new astrological year, and then to know that the answers that we need will get there. We'll get there. They're coming. One thing at a time. So let's jump in and see what we get here for this full moon in Virgo for our connections. See what the full moon has in store for us. Justice. Wow. So that is balance and fairness and, harmony. There may be something that's been out of balance. Yeah, Knight of Cups. We're kind of, this feels like it came out in in the last new moon, maybe even. That is Pisces energy. So we need some kind of, this is the challenge card, meaning that we are trying to access some kind of emotional expression from someone. Get them to open up, wear their heart on their sleeve, kind of be more romantic. We've got here the King of Cups. Yes, the King of Cups is the opportunity. And the King of Cups is one who sort of feels very deeply. This is Scorpio energy, feels very deeply, but struggles to communicate it. So the challenge is getting the communication of it, which comes easier for the Knight of Cups than it does for the King. But we're looking for some kind of balance here. In other words, with the Justice card, it's like, where are things out of whack? And it feels to me with the King of Cups and the Knight of Cups that there's a distinct reserve that your person is holding back on sharing with you how they truly feel. And once they do, we're fine. But unless or until we're kind of out of balance, it feels like it's an unlevel playing field. Yes, Nine of Swords underneath, so there's some preoccupation with this. Some sleepless nights in the past. We have the Eight of Cups. There's something that isn't serving that we have to kind of leave in the rearview mirror as we walk forward toward, look at that, the sun. So what's crowning us is the High Priestess. This is Pisces, our inner knowing, our intuition, the part of us connected to our divinity. That is so beautiful. Three of Pentacles in the near future. I love this. It's kind of like how do we get to something that's more cooperative, where we're both on the same page at the same time, and spirit kind of comes in to give us a leg up. So I really like that. And then I'm just going to pull. Yeah. So we want to move away from this phase of emotional confusion and overwhelm. Seven of Cups to the Six of Swords. In the middle is the World. That is Saturn, my friends, Aquarius and Capricorn. It's basically saying we're closing out a confusing chapter. We're closing out. If something we need to release more than anything, it's sort of this confusion, mixed messages, especially because we have the Knight and the King of Cups here, where there may be mixed messages. One moment they're kind of romantic and sending new signals that there's a lot of feelings on their part, and then other times they're clammed up and seem sort of emotionally remote. We've got the Seven of Cups. The World is saying, yeah, we're closing that out. That doesn't serve. That's what we're leaving behind. And then the Six of Swords, we're moving to something more peaceful, more serene, more balanced. Six of Swords, I like it. Seven of Pentacles on the bottom as I shut down this part of the reading says it's been something we've been working through for quite some time. Yeah. So let's see what we're about to close out. Get some answers here. So let's look at Libra. We're looking at Justice and the Knight of Cups. Oh, wow. Yes, definitely. Divine feminine energy in the Empress. There's the King of Wands. And underneath is that Four of Cups. For those who are new, when I pull from the bottom of the deck, I'm tapping into unconscious awareness or something rising up from the psyche or playing out behind the scenes. There's dissatisfaction here. There's disillusionment here. A lot of disillusionment. You think this person would step up and claim the love already. That's part of the energy of the King of Wands. They see it, they want it, they claim it, it's theirs, they go on their merry way. But there isn't that right now. There's a lot that's just kind of hanging in this weird energy that isn't grounded, that isn't clear, that's bringing in a lot of confusion. Let's look at this King of Cups. Justice, right. So I don't need to do much more. I kind of feel like the opportunity is all about gaining the balance, being sure that you're dealing with a level playing field in this situation, that you're not being a doormat, right? That you're not being a doormat. Nine of Swords. There's all the worry and concern and preoccupation. Three of Wands, Ten of Cups. Waiting for this person to come in with some kind of message from their heart, something sincere, something that shows their vulnerability. And that's what you're waiting on. That would bring in all this happiness, but you haven't gotten that yet. Or at least you're worried as to whether or not that will ever be offered. So there's some worry here, anxiety around it, sleepless nights around it, waiting for the message, waiting for the call, waiting for the text, whatever it is. Let's look at the Eight of Cups in the past. Yeah. So I'm speaking to a group of soulmates, twin flames, whatever label you align with, where there was a tower moment because of complacency. Nine of Cups in reverse, complacency. You know, things are like, with the Nine of Cups, it's kind of like, yeah, I'm good with the way things are. I don't need 10 cups. Well, you need 10 cups. You're here saying, wait a minute, don't speak for me. You know, my 10 of Cups is you coming clean with how you feel about me, about us, about where we're headed. And that did not happen. This person did not come forward with that. Underneath Judgment card suggests that you were open to second chances and forgiveness and potential reunion. But that was underneath the deck, so it isn't something that necessarily happened, and the High Priestess can be a card of separation in the physical realm, feeling a sense of separation. So I'm feeling like something happened, or because of someone's complacency, everything came down. You went on you just kind of kept moving forward. I'm not saying there was a disconnect of the connection, but there was definitely a going to neutral corners moment. And now you're just sort of in this energy of anticipating that return, anticipating a word, something from the heart, something sincere, maybe even an apology if that's warranted. So let's look at the High Priestess. There's the Six of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, and the Nine of Swords. Yeah, you're willing to work through this if you're coming from your higher self. Your intuition is telling you that it's going to take a little work. That there is, if you want to get beyond all this stuff and move beyond the anxiety, the energy that kind of keeps you in the pain of it, Nine of Swords twice in unconscious awareness. There's something, it's like gnawing at you. It's like this nagging reminder that all is not well in your universe. You know there might be some need to work at it, something that you've got to kind of be, come up with a solution to this problem somehow, some way. The Eight of Pentacles is really about focus. It's very Saturnian. It's like focus on the details. It's part Saturn, it's part Virgo. And that Six of Swords is you just kind of want to move to something calmer, to something more peaceful, to something more balanced, where you're not a stress monkey about it. But your intuition is letting you know that it isn't going to happen overnight, and it isn't going to come easy. It's going to require some work. Whew. Which is what Capricorn's trying to tell you. Three of Pentacles in the near future. Oh, well, there's Virgo in the Hermit. Yeah, I kind of feel like if you don't get the clarity, if you're not sure that this person is on the same page, or, excuse me, if they're not invested to the same degree you are, or enough that you have something to work with, I feel like you're just going to move on. It's just, this is the Chariot is either moving towards something or away from something. And I feel if you don't get the buy-in, that's part of the release. Well, I can't keep holding on to something that doesn't want to be here to begin with. And I'm feeling like the Seven of Cups is all the confusion around it. It's that's where I feel this Four of Cups energy is coming from. The disillusionment. Is it all an illusion? Is this just my own fantasy? I can feel questions coming in, and then going on that very solitary search for some self-understanding to kind of be your own guide going forward. That Hermit energy. So let's take a look at, then we get the Seven of Cups with the World, endings and new beginnings, and the Six of Swords, which is what the High Priestess is guiding you to. Healing. Yeah. Healing and persevering to get to get that buy-in, to get that reciprocity, to get the energy returned to you that you have put out so generously. This is generosity, benevolence. Six of Pentacles has been coming out in a lot of the readings too. So I like that we have some sixes here with the Six of Swords and the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Swords up here on the High Priestess is your inner knowing that this is not fun. It's not fun for you. And you don't want to be sitting around waiting for something, but you're aware that if it does arrive, that it might take some work. Okay, not a problem. You're game. But this is not healthy to be kind of biting your nails, waiting for this happily ever after to come in by virtue of a message from the heart. So I do kind of see this World card as that's Saturn coming in saying, all right, Virgo full moon, we get where you're going. There's some healing that's needed here. We want to persevere, but we don't want to struggle. There's a need for some reciprocity in the connection, and then we can move beyond that to something calmer and more peaceful. So I definitely feel there's an end to the Seven of Cups energy that's been plaguing you. That is what I see right here, but it's almost in that moment that you go within and get clear with yourself, honest, radical honesty with yourself as to what this feels like and how long it's been going on. I feel at that point, you're like, look, I'm just going to move forward. If this person should get a wild hair and decide to come in with their emotional expression, I'm open to working on it. But unless or until that happens, I have to keep moving forward on my path. That is what I see. It's a powerful reading. Like I said, you don't have the answers right now because they haven't been speaking them into existence, but the answers you need are coming. And it feels like it's an interesting reading. Like, it seems to me it's not a painful reading. It's a clean up on aisle 5 kind of a reading where the damage has already been done. It's occurred somewhere in the past in this connection. And now you're kind of ready to be like, I'm done with the confusion. I'm done with the sleepless nights. I'm done trying to guess how this person feels. If they want to come and express how they feel, I'm open and we can work through. I'm open to working through it. But for now, I'm done processing because I know how I feel. And I'm ready for a new chapter that brings me some damn peace of mind. So there isn't really a giving up here. There's not even a giving in. There is a dissolving, which is very Piscean, dissolving of the problem, dissolving of what has been gnawing at you day and night. It's sort of just, I'm not going to say it disappears, it just retreats into the background. And in the foreground is where you're headed next. So do have faith in your dreams. You're moving forward. We're going to look in the extended Aries through Pisces as to how this might play out in the relationship. I'm doing small mini readings for each sign. Aries through Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, for you and your divine counterpart, and we'll look at that. The link to that is below. It is time-stamped for those of you in the channel membership because you'll be seeing it on YouTube. But for those of you who are getting it through the platform, the link, it's in the description box. The timestamps are in the description box, so you'll have to copy and paste it somewhere so you can find your way to the signs you want to see. That's what I have for you. Full moon blessings to all. Thanks for joining me. The link to the extended is below. I'll see you there in a second. Bye for now.